Easy enough. Ridiculous. Here we go. Back in we go. It's taken us a fair old while, but we've finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts around your missing green friend. Ahem. His name is Frixio, and he's the eldest among the sylphs of a little solace. Long has he reported his kind in dialogue with the Gradanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them. A small, leafy, green bridge that we can't find at the moment. And bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. This metaphor's falling apart. That's why it's so important we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the Maws of Toto-Rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. If you're too slow, you will have to venture inside. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help the other one. Poor Frixio, poor Frixio. Whoa, hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us all what's wrong. Nice and slow. The other one went to Toto-Rak, but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. You've right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties wanting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial One's chasing Elder One, please. Walking Ones must help Elder One. Elder One, help now. Ugh! The fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far would have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Yida, make haste to the adder's nest and request assistance. Understood. Media, go to Maws of Toto-Rak and see that Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. There it is. I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. I'm going into the dungeon, guys. Oh, man. Where do I have to go there first? Obviously. That's so exciting. Go into the dungeon. Motorcycle on the dirt in the rain. By order of the Elder Searcher, the dungeon known as Maws of Toto-Rak has been placed under the control of... What? A sylph elder is inside? Are you sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a pure-blind fool. You must find the sylph elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto-Rak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. Okay. Clear selection. Toto-Rak. Cool. And is this still Hall of the Novice? Oh, yeah. Still Hall of the Novice. Nice. I dig it. And they can go ahead and have the Smith maybe handle our duty support system. Right? Like, that seems right up his alley. So. I don't know. That seems reasonable, right? Maybe go ahead and put a couple models in of, like, Grand Company members or something standing off to the side. Maybe like a little campfire right here or something. Could be nice. Could stand by this lantern. Whatever. Doesn't have to be rendered in game, but could be a whole little thing. Alright. It says less than 5 minutes. And then let me go ahead and get my food refreshed. That refreshed. There you go. And in we go. As a Lancer. Cool. And then I can go do my job quest after this. We can wrap it up with these guys and get handed off. The Sennas are really what's making me intrigued by this. That there would be people they'd introduce me to that come back in story. I don't know how many stories have that, but, like, the number of times they've had me, like, go back and talk to an NPC I spoke with earlier, I assume even the minor ones do come back. So. Bellular kind of joked about that. That, like, if Final Fantasy had you interact with a rock at level 80, that rock would have had its own back and side story that they'd been building up for 8 years. Like, it just, everything ties back to everything. Alright. Now, this is one of the zones that's changing with 6.1. Can I interact with that magic cell? Yeah. I got it. Okay. So I think we just have to get the, we have to have enough magic cells. I don't have AoE. I don't know who all has AoE at this level range. We're all being synced. So it's whoever has it, 27. Okay. I cannot believe, because of Road to 80, that, like, somebody could legit be, at this point, this is their first run through MSQ, and, like, they're over-leveled on 2 jobs. I think Copperbell's rough. I can grab this. There you go. That out. Now, if I crit on this, the damage dealt, does it increase my damage dealt multiplier? Can I crit disembowel? Or does it just crit the combo potency? Like, can I crit the damage dealt? Because, like, if it showed a percentage there, I'd know. I don't know if there's a place in my attributes that I track that. I don't know. Sam and Paladin at this level. Oh, great. We got lots of AoE then, relative to what the dungeon could expect. You know, it has to value AoE pretty heavily, knowing that you're always likely going to have a partial AoE party. Cool. There's no way you don't get interrupted. Oh my gosh, what a grab! What a grab! Way to go! I can't believe you got that before they attacked you. Oh, that's funny. Alright. So I can go to here, to here, to there. That's a big crit. 327 damage. Doing serious damage. The last dungeon I did, the leveling that I was doing 90 damage. There we go. Cool. Okay. So that leveled us. So you level basically every boss at this level range. So that got me to 31. So I'll have to level up another job tomorrow. But that is not proven hard. So I'll get Archer up tomorrow, and then in 2 weeks we'll start on, I don't know, Lenosha or Ul'dah jobs. Doesn't really matter which. And then progress the story each day a little bit as well. And I think I can get through 2.0 and likely all the 2.0 job stories, and then do all the raid series and stuff. Maybe going into Heavensward, I'm already like 52, 55 or something like that on everybody. At this pace, and by the time I assume the raids still grant experience and everything. Maybe they don't. It's possible that I don't know how that works. I don't. Yo, you do raid roulette and you get experience. So yeah, I could push the raid series. I don't know if the quests give experience because like I know some stuff like Eureka, they just didn't design it to give experience. Like it just wasn't in the code because they just assumed everybody would be a level cap. So I don't know if like binding coils gives you experience while you do the quests. Because you wouldn't have been able to do it till cap, right? And that was before the first expansion. They're getting better about that stuff, but like Eureka's not that old for them to have screwed that up. Okay. My gosh. So Monk gets it at 26, Ninja's 38, Dragoon's 40. So there's quite a bit of AoE out there by the time, like, 1 or 2 dungeons from now. So, the AR raid will be a question of if I want to do sync and learn something that's harder than a normal raid or easier than Savage, or just unsync and watch the story. I don't know. I don't know. It also depends on timing, right? Because, like, if that's by 6.18, we'll have Data Center visit. If I'm on, and like, am I back on Sargatanas by then? Because the other problem is, like, doing it unsynced, even if you guys want to join me, I've gone and put myself on Oceanic. So it's not like you can join me. Yeah, it's a bummer you can't level in Eureka. They just really didn't think with that in mind. They just didn't plan for it. And kind of like Diadem had to be redone, it would just need to be kind of reworked. Diadem took a drastic redoing, though. Diadem was a totally different thing back in the day. There we go. We're making good time. So the next boss will level me likely again. I'll probably finish this dungeon at like maybe 33. So I might be 34 by the time I finish up my level, by the time I get my jobs done. That sounds about right. So then I basically caught up with my white mage, who's been doing all the MSQ to this point. Because it turns out that that leveling roulette made a huge gap close there. And then doing my hunting log, which I didn't do on my main character, like my conjurer, because you don't need to. Yeah, there it is. So I leveled. I assume it'll slow down just a touch here. Oh, nice. 32. So I assume I'll come out of this at 33. Yeah, and I'm getting the armory bonus. So the first job soaked up all that MSQ experience. If I've been doing hunting log on it, I probably could have already... I could be on my 3rd job right now. You could probably level every single job up. Road to 80 is ridiculous. Especially as a veteran player. Like, I wouldn't recommend the method I'm doing right now to a new player. Because it could be very easy to screw this up and get disheartened and, like, not understand the value of what it is you're doing. But, like, as somebody that has an Omni 90 thing going on my main right now, this feels ridiculous. And I don't mind slowing down to read the story. So, like, I know how to optimize for grabbing some fates, and then, like, with Chris, like, as soon as Chris is there, I immediately pull everything and just wipe it. Like, that's several levels of experience. So there's some stuff going on here that is not the new player experience. Even with Road to 80. Road to 80 is silly, though. This is why you had 770s. Yeah, it would be crazy if my Omni 90 is like 6-1 for my main. And then, like, this character is Omni 90, like, as soon as I finish Endwalker. And then a Realm Reborn, I'm purchasing boosts on that one, because... because when I go through the quests, like, I only want to go through it once, and I want to go through it in the end glamour. So I need them to be higher leveled before I go through it. If this and the Realm Revoice character were one and the same, that would be different. But then, like, on this character, if you guys asked me to do a side quest, like you said, hey, you should do that unicorn quest on my white mage, like, I wouldn't be able to do that because I'd need to be recording for a Realm Revoiced. And I will tell you, recording for a Realm Revoiced is not like playing Final Fantasy. It's a totally different experience. You're thinking about camera angles, you're thinking about pacing, and so, like, it totally changes the way I play. It doesn't feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy. It feels like I'm documenting. Which, I mean, is fun in its own way, but also not. So if you stay really tight together, you can actually ignore these webs. Like if you stay real tight, but you gotta all be right on top of each other. So that takes all 4 people being coordinated. So if you were speedrunning this, it would actually be better to, like, be in voice and call out all that. And this will note this leaden debuff right here. This is what's going away next patch. They were just trying stuff, right? You gotta remember this game was built in 18 months. This dungeon was part of that 18 months. And they weren't sure what would work and what didn't. So they looked at what was working in big MMOs at the time. MMO being the leader, being led by WoW at the time. And the leaden buff made a lot of sense to just try something that manipulates movement. Changes debuffs, right? And for the leaden buff plus the little doors, and when you think about the exploding things, like, there's a mechanic that's happening there. The dungeon itself is fighting back, not just monsters. Oh, snap!
Darkness.
It's voiced.
Elko Hidra Buglo Hans. Seastabon Rajadorn. Thagon Welrog. Tosan Opaiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes. Yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
I don't appreciate Heidelin telling me what to think there. Just say think. I can do the rest. Evil. Oh, snap. That makes this way better. Took 10 minutes to get to the last boss. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. The cutscene took 3 minutes. The dungeon took 10 to get to this point. Cool. That's awesome. Hearing Heidelin's voice, knowing an Endwalker story, like, just makes everything significant. And for him to have to choose his words carefully, is he not... What does he know of what happens in Endwalker? Does he have to bite his tongue? And if so, why? Like, why can he not tell us? Why would he care? Right? Because there could be interactions with La Habrea that happen after 6.0, before now. Because time has been screwed with. So it's possible that we have had yet to have had previously interacted in the future with La Habrea. We may have yet to have past tense interact. That was awesome. That was awesome. I like this dungeon so much more. I like this dungeon so much more. That's amazing. 1 minute to kill the boss, 10 minutes to do the dungeon, 3 minutes of cutscenes mid-dungeon, which is something they don't do anymore, because it breaks it for everybody else's pace. It ruins it for everybody else. You need to do it right now, like afterwards, where this ticks over. This doesn't bother anybody else. Grandma Garlic. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Our sinister one is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Oh dear. Hello there. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. They ate the Elder Seer because garlic is good for the heart. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of little solace. Would you like a garlic cookie, dear? Cool. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's Call, sir. Understood. Return to the Area 12. Damn it all, where's that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend. I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk everything alerting the Gardanians of our presence. His Excellency, since he bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramu will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion? Were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well I did not trust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead in one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion. I can taste it. But at this rate, no. I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone you were right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright, that Lord Van Baelsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Those walking ones did for Noexia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones are also suffered the same fate. Oh dear. This one is convinced. Walking ones stay. Black hearts seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones not to be trusted. Now, Norexia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? A garlic cookie should do just the trick. No, please no. This one would know what brings walking one to this place. Came to this one's rescue at Norexia's bidding, then this one owes walking one's a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu, then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany the walking one outside. Could you not tell me the story on the way out? We're just gonna walk in silence? Tell me about Ramu on the way out. Alright. Let's go see what Booski wants. Thank you, Chris. Maybe they didn't want to give her a voice, and that's why Nero didn't get voiced there, but, like, they did voice La Brea, because it's just La Brea. Alright. Oh, you're back! Tell me the Sylph Elder is well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send words to our friends of Charlie and Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lad, and earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in doing so. Please sure come by whenever you'd like a drop of Kakiran firewater. Has it been a year? Has it been a year? Where did you get that? You can't just mess with time like that. I just gave you Kakiran firewater like an hour ago. And you said it'll be a long year that I have to wait. to have some with you. No, he said he had to wait. If he already had some, he wouldn't have to wait. This'll be good. I'm almost out of my current stash is the appropriate response at that point. Stop screwing with time.